Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here for AEW All In post-show review. What an excellent show we have. Hangman wins the world title. Let's talk. We start off with Death Riders versus the Opps for Trios Championship. Chaotic brawling to start, settling down to Shibata and Kid with vicious brawling. Hobbs with a delayed vertical suplex on Yuta. Kid and Joe going hard, Gabe biting his face, Samoa with the power slam. Match breaking down, Shibata blasts Yuta with a kick, Joe gets him up. The Opps win by pinfall with a muscle buster from Samoa Joe on Wheeler YUTA, retaining the titles. Post-match, Death Riders take out their frustration on the champions, running stomp on Samoa Joe's neck. Next is men's Casino Gauntlet match. Mark Briscoe and MJF start the match. Max with a schoolboy out the gates, backslide, small package. Ricochet enters the match third. Bandito enters the match fourth. Takeshita enters the match fifth. Konosuke and Bandito edit. The Alpha blocks a kick but eats a dropkick. Mystico enters the match sixth. Mystico in front of MJF and unloads with punches. Josh Alexander enters the match seventh. Anthony Bowens enters next. Roderick Strong enters the match ninth. Strong comes in hot. Olympic slam on Takeshita. Brody King enters the match 10th. Juice Robinson is back and enters at 11. Robinson unloads on Ricochet, but the Gates of Agony finally get involved. The Bang Bang Gang is back, baby. Kota Ibushi enters the match 12th. Beast Mortos enters the match 13th. Mystico takes Beast off his feet with a Frankensteiner, cover for 2. Max Caster enters the match 14th. Briscoe in the middle of the ring. Mark underhooks, Jay Driller. MJF throws Mark out of the ring and steals IT. MJF wins by pinfall with a lateral press on Roderick Strong, earning himself an AEW World Championship match. Adam Cole in the ring to vacate TNT title due to concussion injury. He talks about how much it means for the fans to be supportive of him. He leaves the belt in the ring, leaving with his pals in Paragon. Next is Daniel Garcia versus Dustin, Rhodes versus Kyle Fletcher versus Sammy Guevara for vacant TNT Championship. Fletcher and the Sons of Texas getting into it, double suplex, sliding knee, standing moonsault, Kyle rolls to the floor, Garcia and Guevara rolling around. Crossroads connects, Fletcher kicks out, Sammy hits the diving ace crusher. Dustin Rhodes wins by pinfall, becoming your new TNT champion. Next is Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay versus Young Bucks. That was an excellent tag team match. Ospreay and Matthew to start, circling, Will with a side headlock. Stereo Styles clashes almost get the job done. Underhooks, up for it. Swerve stomp assisted Stormbreaker, but the Nick breaks it up. Swerve blocks the EVP trigger. Swerve stomp tombstone pile driver, but Matthew kicks out. House call hidden blade total elimination. The Young Bucks are nitrogen monoxide longer Eps in AU. Swerve and Will Ospreay win by pinfall with a total elimination. Next is women's Casino Gauntlet match. Chris Stadlander and Megan Bayne start the match. Test of strength to start. Neither woman able to get an advantage. Willow enters third. Nightingale getting into it with Stadlander as soon as she hits the ring. Tay Mello enters the match fourth. Thekla enters the match fifth. Julia Hart enters the match sixth. Queen Aminata and Mina Shirakawa is next. Athena enters the match ninth. Athena cleaning house in there. Thunder Rosa enters the match 10th. Syuri enters the match 11th. Alex Windsor enters the match 12th. Mino with the diving sling blade. Athena with the O-face out of nowhere. Athena wins by pinfall with the O-face on Mina Shirakawa, earning herself a future AEW Women's World Championship match. Next is JetSpeed versus the Hurt Syndicate versus the Patriarchy for AEW World Tag Team Championship. Hurt Syndicate on the prowl out the gates, trashing the Patriarchy and then JetSpeed, Lashley blasting them with overhead elbows. Christian was tossed into FTR, which upset them. The Hurt Syndicate retains with Lashley spears Christian. After the match, FTR got into the ring and confronted the Patriarchy. Christian was backing down, but then Nick Wayne grabs him and hits the kill switch. Wayne's setting up a concerto for him, but Cope is here. Rated R runs over Nick on the way and spears FTR. He stares down Christian. He helps him up and tells his former best friend, "Go find yourself." Next is Mercedes versus Toni Storm for AEW Women's World Championship. Storm rolls in and taunts her by rolling around and kicking her leg. Moné rolls into the statement maker. Okada rolled. Storm kicks out, gets her up. Moné maker connects. Not enough. Storm 0 second time. Storm 0 third time. Mercedes Moné will not stay down. Back to the statement maker. Fighting out. Lung blower connects. Hip attack follows. Fighting up in the turnbuckles. Toni lands a kiss. Hooks her. Avalanche Storm 0 IT is over. Toni Storm wins by pinfall with an Avalanche Storm 0, retaining the AEW Women's World Championship. Next is Okada versus Kenny Omega for AEW Unified Championship. Don Callis is on commentary for this one. Collar and elbow into the ropes. Okada breaks clean with a pat on the chest. Action to the floor with a crash. Don Callis gets up from commentary for some cheap shots. Dragon suplex from Omega. Off the ropes, Okada with the dropkick right on the button and both men are down and out. Omega with kick after kick to his face. Okada eats a V-trigger. Another V-trigger. So close. Dragon superplex from the top rope. Another V-trigger to the back. Electric chair. Okada counters. Tombstone piledriver connects. One-winged angel connects. Don Callis pulls Bryce out of the ring. Here comes Aubrey Edwards. 5-trigger. Okada slips out. Rainmaker. Naughty NOUGH. Revolution body slam from Okada. Okada wins by pinfall with the Rainmaker becoming the first ever AEW Unified Champion. It's main event time. Hangman Page versus Jon Moxley Texas Death Match for AEW World Championship. Moxley throws the first punch and Page returns fire. Moxley with mounted punches, fork in hand. Hanger with a fork of his own. Moxley struggling for control and Adam spikes him repeatedly with the fork, gashing Jon open. Moxley dumps the bottle shards out in the ring and stomps them. He drags Hangman through the broken glass. Hanger with powerbomb into the backs of the chairs. Death Valley driver off the apron and through the table. Ospreay is here with a chair, but Claudio stomps his neck on the chair. A man in a Blue Panther mask is in the ring doing yes chants and hits the Busaikuni. The American Dragon Bryan Danielson is back. Darby Allin rappels from the ceiling. Hanger hits Buckshot. Allin has a coffin drop for the rest of the Death Riders. Deadeye off the apron and through a table. The Young Bucks slide in the ring behind Page. Super kick party. EVP trigger connects and Jon gets a bed of nails out from under the ring. Paradigm shift into the nails. Swerve is here with a chain to save Hangman. He takes Young Bucks out. He gives Adam the chain. Hangman wallops Jon with loaded punches. Buckshot into the bed of nails. Wraps the chain around Moxley's neck again. Jon is hanging over the ropes desperate and he taps. It's over. Hangman Adam Page is your AEW World Champion. He climbs the turnbuckles to celebrate as pyro goes off. AU is the home of professional wrestling. That's the show, folks. Please guys like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.